My haters, lolly mindset, pedo mindset of Tozy. We winning, we not going nowhere. We run this country. You guys think I'm going to jail? I have freedom, and we're showing you freedom.
Johnny Somali just got banned again. And this time, it's from another platform that helped him make money. That's one less income stream for someone whose list of options is rapidly shrinking. If you thought things couldn't get worse for him, buckle up because they are. Between criminal charges piling up and platforms cutting him off one by one, it's looking more and more like the walls are closing in. So what's the latest? Let's break it down. First off, Johnny's now been banned from beacons.ai, a platform many creators use to link all their content and monetize their audience. Think of it like a digital business card, social links, affiliate offers, sponsorships, you name it. But if you go looking for Johnny Somali's profile now, it's completely wiped. Gone. And while there's been no official statement from Beacons, we can assume he violated their terms of service, because this wasn't just a glitch. They took action. Whether he made money through the platform or not is unclear, but this ban sends a bigger message. Platforms are done playing nice. The internet is slowly turning its back on him. Meanwhile, Johnny is still facing a total of 8 criminal charges in South Korea. And if you think that's the end of it, think again. Authorities are reportedly considering even more charges before his upcoming trial. Remember that protest he showed up to? Yeah, the one he had no business attending? That could very well become a 9th charge. Now, does Johnny seem worried about any of this? Of course not. He's Johnny Somali. He's convinced nothing can touch him. He's not showing his face. He's gone quiet online. But don't mistake that for fear. At least, not according to him. In fact, there's footage where he openly brags about returning to YouTube soon, threatening his critics and calling himself free. You can hear it in his own words.
My haters, lolly mindset, pedo mindset of Tozy. We winning, we not going nowhere. We run this country. You guys think I'm going to jail? I have freedom, and we're showing you freedom here. Look how happy I am, man. Look at this. You can't take the smile off my face. My enemies. Everybody on YouTube. I'm coming back to YouTube soon. Yes.
This is delusion at its finest. He talks like someone who believes he's untouchable. But here's the twist. He could face up to 12 years in prison. And that's not even the most shocking part. People online are saying 12 years isn't enough. No joke. The internet's filled with comments like, only 12 years? He deserves 40. That's a slap on the wrist for what he did. Clearly, there's a hunger for justice. But Johnny, he still thinks this is all a big joke. He's publicly claimed that jail time isn't even on the table. He thinks he'll just be deported or pay a fine. Seriously. He even dares authorities to come arrest him. In his own words.
I did that was to show, like, look at how crazy I can go, and they will not put me in the cell. So don't get your hopes up. Like, I did that as almost a f you to the motherfuckers that cover me and my haters. You know what I mean? Like, that, like, come get me. Like, I was screaming to people. I was drunk off my ass, but I was screaming to people, call the police, do it. Put me in a cell. Like, do it. I'm waiting. Either put me in a cell or deport me. Like, let's get it over with. Let's say I'm able to leave Korea with a fine or just a deportation, which is a win in my perspective. Big W. Do you think these people, do you think they're gonna move on? I think they won't.
He's so deep into his own delusions, he thinks being arrested would be a win. And let's not forget, he live-streamed his own crimes. He made it easy for authorities to build a case. As legal experts like Dr. Nodded and Legal Mindset have pointed out, they're not going to let him walk. He's not some innocent tourist. He's a repeat offender who documented his harassment, chaos, and disruption in real time. Dr. Nodded even said, he keeps streaming his crimes, they're just going to keep adding more and more charges.
I'm quite sure he will be arrested. He keeps streaming his crimes, so they're just gonna keep adding more and more charges onto what he already has. I've written to the prosecution and I've logged lots of the crimes that he's done, passed that on to people that are also reporting the crimes to the prosecution and filing police reports, that kind of thing.
Let that sink in. And Johnny, he thinks the only crime he committed was being famous. That's right. In another clip, Johnny literally says, my crime is I went the most viral. I got the most views. That's it. No mention of harassing locals. No mention of disrespecting public spaces or breaking laws. In his head, virality equals innocence.
Crime is that I went the most viral. I got the most views. I became the most infamous. But to charge me with all these like minor crimes and like lock me in this country for months, story, it's my life and I want to live it. And I don't like to be controlled. I have a problem with authority. And now I feel like these people on the internet that want to cancel me, I feel like they want to control me. They want me to sit down, shut up, be a boring content creator, be a boring live streamer, but I don't know, I want to be me.
He even goes on to say that he has a problem with authority and refuses to be a boring content creator. He believes people just want him to be quiet. But Johnny doesn't do quiet. He does chaos. And now that chaos is catching up to him. Let's look at the full list of charges. 4 counts of obstruction of business, 1 violation of the Special Act, 1 minor offense, 2 undisclosed charges still pending, and with the protest stunt and possible public transportation incident being investigated, that charge list could grow fast. Legal Mindset predicts his minimum sentence could land at around 8 years and 4 months.
Remember, the default was about 2 years. Now it's 4. The aggravated minimum, which I think is very possible, is 8 years and 4.5 months. Think about that, people. A minimum of 8 years and 4.5 months. That cannot be more wonderful. That cannot be more apt punishment for a Johnny Somali if he gets 8 years in a Korean prison. Of course, the maximum has not changed from 12. That's the cap, statutory cap, so they can't go beyond 12. So I do think it is very realistic at this point to say Johnny Somali is looking at anywhere between 4 to 12 years, particularly to say 8 years. My guess is now around the minimum, so 8 years and 4.5 months. I think this is my guess in terms of categories. I don't think he's going to get the max. I don't think he's going to get default. I think this is where it'll land. But of course, it is completely reasonable for him to get this as well.
Not the full 12, but way beyond a fine or deportation. Here's how he broke it down. The default sentence was 2 years, now it's up to 4. Aggravated minimum? 8 years and 4.5 months. That's my prediction. So unless Johnny pulls off a legal miracle, he's doing serious time. And let's talk about his presence online, or rather, the lack of it. Since the charges stacked up, Johnny has basically disappeared. No videos, no live streams, no updates, not even his face. It's like he knows the storm is coming and is bracing for it. Or maybe he's hiding, hoping this all blows over. But with South Korea doubling down and platforms banning him, there's no escaping this time. Even Beacons.ai, a platform most people don't think twice about, said nope, you're done. So where does that leave Johnny Somali? On trial, under scrutiny, and out of options. His next court appearance is in just 2 weeks, and depending on what the new charges are, the sentencing could get even harsher. The Korean legal system is methodical. They're watching, they're documenting, they're building a case, and it's looking more solid by the day. Meanwhile, Johnny's sitting in silence, still believing he's the main character in a movie. Spoiler alert, he's not. So let me ask you, do you think Johnny will actually get deported like he claims? Or is a prison cell in his very near future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be following this story closely, and trust me, more updates are coming.